How's it going, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Tring Shoe Repairs. As always, I'm Dan. Thanks for checking in. Hope you're doing well. And today's episode, we've got a rescue job slash conversion job. What do I mean? We've got these Russell and Bromley shoes that belong to a pilot, and they've been repaired before, but something's a little wrong with them. I'll show you what in a minute, but we're also converting them into this Vibram rubber-soled shoe. So I'll show you what it's all about. I've also got some really disappointing, crappy news. So keep watching to find out what it's all about. Okay, so once again, welcome back, guys. Hope you're all doing fantastic. Let me know in the comments below what you've been up to, but let me tell you about the job first, and then I'll tell you about the bad news that we've had. So we've got these Russell and Bromley shoes, and as I say, they belong to a pilot, and the reason we're doing conversion, changing them to rubber, is that he says when he's walking on the tarmac or the runways, he finds it very slippy sometimes. So leather can be slippy, so we're putting a cool rubber sole on. We need to take apart the leather half sole that's been put on. It hasn't been stitched on, and the problem we've got is, can you see in there? That is where the welt is coming away. The original stitches have been cut during the repair and it hasn't been repaired properly. So we need to fix that whilst we're doing our conversion job. We're using these cool Vibram 403 soles with the matching heels. These are really cool sole, and of course this time it's going to be stitched on. Now the bad news I had for you guys is, unfortunately, we got burgled the other night. Our nice little shop here, Tring Shoe Repairs, we got robbed. Somebody broke in the back, smashed up all of the back of the shop, the back window, and they got in and they got away with a lot of kit. So really costly for me, but just a real shame. You know, we don't have a lot of that in this area, and for me personally, it really sucks. It feels kind of violating to come in the morning and realize the place is trashed and things are missing. They stole the till, they stole a lot of expensive machinery, and with any luck, we think we'll be able to get some of it back. The police are involved. They think they know who the culprit is. We actually caught him on video going in and out of the back of the shop through the window, carrying the till away. But they also took a lot of personal things as well, which makes it all that more annoying. You know, some of my aftershaves, I think you guys know I like my aftershaves. They cleaned all of those out. So we've been closed for the past couple of days, sorting things out. There are repairs that need to be done to the shop. It's a shame this is a listed building and they've smashed up a lot of the nice doors and frames. So I'll show you that actually. So yeah, unfortunately it is a little bit costly. You're gonna have to fix up all the damage and replace a lot of the little things that have been going. You know, he took my cobbler's knife. At least, thank God, they didn't take Ron. But I have to say the community has been really supportive. If you're someone here in Tring that has commented or popped in and just shared some kind words, thank you so much. It really does make a big difference. But for now, that's enough of that boring stuff. Let's get on with the shoe repair. Okay, so shoe on the last, we can start tearing this down. The question I had recently, which I didn't get back to, is why do we remove the top lift if we are also going to remove the heel block? If we're going to replace the heel block, we need this off anyway, and it's easier to take it off whilst it's on the shoe rather than off the shoe, the heel block that is. Just put a bit of jerk off stripper on the sole. Oh, take the lid off, that'll help. Just to debond the glue. While that's soaking in, we can get the heel block off. I'll just say while I noticed this, I've got a tin of Glow Fake that Glyn sent to me, and you know who you are, mate. Thank you so much for this. I was genuinely really touched that you sent me this, because some of you guys that, let me see it, know the channel. I've got my own tub of Glow Fake, which I've been milking for about 10 years because they don't make it anymore and didn't want it to run out. This chap sent me a whole fresh tin. You're an absolute star, mate. Thank you. There are some nails in the waist here that I've got to remove. Some cobblers like to put nails in the waist when they do a half sole repair, typically when they're not stitched. I don't like to do that because there's always a chance it can go through and not sit entirely flat on the inside of the shoe, and it's a risk I just prefer not to take. My little insect mandibles. So this shoe has actually been stitched 360, as in the stitches go all the way around the heel. So we need to cut through that as well. Okay, so as I'm just taking this sole off, it's a bit of a mess, and it brings us to the rescue job that I told you about. So on first impressions, it looks like the previous cobbers had cut through the stitches that hold the welt on. Now, what I've discovered is there is no welt. This is actually a mock welt, a fake welt, a pretend welt. There are still stitches holding the whole lot together from the original construction. So basically what we need to do is remove this, remove the old stitches, and then put a new mock welt on, and then we're going to put the sole on and Blake stitch it through the shoe rather than to the welt. And that's how this shoe was made, and that's how we're going to fix it. So first things first, we need to remove these stitches. You can see them poking up, so we just need a pair of tweezers, get inside. It's a bit fiddly, but just get them all out. With any luck, what you can do is, once you've got it started, you can grab onto a length of string, stitches, pull it all out. Whoa, awesome. I'll save some time. The next little thing to show you, we've got the foot bed there. I'll poke it in because I just pushed it back. It's come away a little bit. It's just glued directly onto the uppers, and it's held together, you know, the proper structure, because when we stitch the sole through all the way to the inside, it's going to go through the upper and then through the foot bed, hold it all together. But for now, we just need a dab of glue on it. Right, so just while that bit glue's drying, let me show you a bit of the aftermath of what we've had to do with the break-in. So as I say, the till got stolen. The poor till, but just had a new one delivered, so that's this morning's job. Get this set up. So I'll just show you out here as well. Real shame, they smashed in our secret door. I mean, it doesn't actually go anywhere, there's a wall behind here, but still, nice old building. Sad to see it all broken up. Nothing actually too fancy about this till, it's just a cheapy till, but I had to get an emergency one so I could get it the next day today so I can actually trade. The only problem is, all the buttons are blank. My old one used to say, you know, shoe repairs, YouTube shoe repairs, key cutting. So I've got to spend a while making these buttons. Finally, back in business. Well, it's a real pain when you get a new till. You have to program all the departments as in what it's meant to say, shoe repairs, and you have to press, oh, it's a nightmare. Okay, back to the shoes. So next order of business is to get the mock welt back on. So we've got our mock welting here. Now what came off was a plain mock welt. This is a storm welt, which means it just has that little lip coming up the top that sits around the rim of the uppers. It's just going to make it look a little bit better, I reckon. So what we need to do is take the shoe over to the norm keg, just sand up the area of the shoe where we're going to be gluing this rand to. It can be called a rand sometimes, a mock welt. But we also need to dye this black, so let's get to work. Right, let's get to dyeing this little bad boy. I can't stress enough how helpful it is to be careful when you're going in and out of a dye pot, because when these things fall over and spill, it is the most annoying thing. And obviously wear gloves because it does stain your fingers. It doesn't come off. So later that night when you go out on a date with your gorgeous girlfriend or your gorgeous boyfriend and they ask you why are your fingers black, you don't have to come up with some strange excuse. Sorry guys, quick interruption. Ron's been badgering me, he's on my case today. He's got a new outfit and he wants to showcase it. He wants to show you guys, where's Wally Ron? He's so excited, he wants to do a bit of a Where's Wally game. He's gonna hide for you guys and you've got to find him. Let's do our first Where's Ron? So we just got to get glue on our mock welt, just on the inside of these shark teeth looking thingies, which, yeah, that's the professional term for it. Loads of glue on this because it's only being glued on. So we want to make sure it sticks nice and tight. Tight like a tiger. Everybody, yeah, yeah. Rock your body, yeah, yeah. back, streets back. All right. Right, so let's just heat this glue up a bit and we can stick everything on. That's the way this works. We attach a little bit, hammer it flat. Okay, so we've got our mock welt or rand on. There he is from the top side. Okay, so I'm just going to put the thinnest sliver of cork in there just for an additional layer of comfort. Then we glue the shoe up and glue our new sole on, get it on. But before we do that, I've told we've got to do another Where's Ron? There's our new cork. More bad news, guys. I'm a little bit sad today. One of my fish died this morning. My pet fish, my cichlids. Just woke up and he was dead. Luckily, some of the other ones have had babies, so I got 8 new ones. I just got to wait a year for them to grow up and then they can go in the big tank. Maybe I'll show you at the end of the video. All right, so the cork's all firm now and we've got our new Vibram sole. So it's time to glue everything up. Let's get sticky. Okay, we're going to give that 2 coats of glue. Then we can heat everything up and stick it all together. Look out the window there. What a lovely day. Okay, so that's everything heated up, hotter than a Carolina Reaper chili. We've got to stick everything on. Now, the most challenging thing about this is where we've got this inlaid tread. We're putting it on a shoe that didn't originally have this sole. It was a plain leather sole, so sometimes it doesn't fit quite right. So we've got to try and line it up as best as possible. Make do with what we've got. That looks pretty good to me. Just give it a quick press as well. Okay, cool, so it's starting to look like a shoe repair. Got our sole on. Now, next thing we've got to do, the mock welt and the sole that's on it as such is too wide, too fat. So we need to go around on the sanding band, take some of the meat off so it's a slimmer look, the same as the original shoe should be. And after that, we're gonna head to the stitcher, stitch our sole on, and then look at getting our matching heel block on also. Okay, so now sole's all stitched on. You sort of hammered down the stitches, done a 360 stitch because we can. Saves nailing the heel area. What we're going to do is just take some fine sandpaper, go around. This just gets us an extra smooth edge ready for painting. Okay guys, so nearly there, meat and potato is done. So the sole's all on, stitched on, and you can see we've just shined around, polished around the edge, and you can see how the mock welt is starting to look now. We need to polish everything up, but the next thing to do is get the heel on. But before that, I've been told by Ron, we've got to do another Where's Ron? Ladies and gents, let's talk heel blocks, but first I want to show you I bought a new pen. So if you remember, we took off the leather heel block at the beginning of the repair. We don't need that anymore because we've got a matching top lift and heel block all in one unit that matches our sole. We'll get some glue on there, double coat it so it sticks nice and tight, and get it on. Okay, so we've just got the liner in to finish the physical repair. Just going to pop these laces back in, and then we can do a little bit of tarting up with some polish. Alright, so for our TLC, super simple today. We're just going to use the Saphir 1925 cream, which is a replenishing conditioner, which is going to soften up the leather, and it's full of strong colour pigments. It's going to soak in and give it a nice new lease of life via black colouring. I'm just going to work him in and all the cracks. Let's get 5 minutes to soak in. It's good to let the cream soak in. 5 minutes soak in, then I can buff it off. Right, get the worst of that off. And the 1925 cream actually leaves it with quite a nice shine anyway, but we can improve. We're going to put a top layer of wax on. So for the wax, we're using the Saphir Medal d'Or, which is their premium offering for a finishing wax. Again, full of oils, ingredients, and a lot of pigment. Smells great too. So we're just going to take a horsehair brush. You know, a lot of you guys always ask for just a simple video how to polish. I'm thinking of doing a video, you know, just general shoe care 101, but never get around to it. Thin layer of wax, let it dry for 60 seconds again, and then buff it off. So there we go, finish buffing it off, and there we are, job done. Alright guys, so there we go, job done on our Russell and Bromley. So we've got the brand new conversion Vibram sole mini lug with matching heel. It's Blake stitched on, and of course we've replaced the mock welt on the outside and given them a jolly good tidy up. So originally these shoes needed a bit of saving, they weren't repaired so great, and we fixed that, and we've done the conversion, swapped them to rubber, which is what the customer, the pilot, wanted, because he says a lot of the time it's slippy on the runways, etc. And these are actually oil resistant, so should there be any rubbish, grease, oil anywhere, that's gonna do a nice job for him as well. I'm sure he's gonna be thrilled. This is gonna be quite a comfy sole. I'm very happy with how the job came out as well. So that is it. That is the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, do hit like, it really helps me with the channel. And I'll be honest with you, for one reason or another, YouTube views have really gone down recently, and it seems to be the same for a couple of people. No idea why, but if any of you guys could shed some light, I'd be fascinated to hear. But again, hit like, it helps promote our videos. And remember, as always, if you want to talk to us about a shoe repair, you can get in touch via the website tringshoerepairs.com. We've got a contact form, and we can talk to you about your shoe repair. And if you need any shoe care products, such as the cream that we used, or the polish, brushes, any Sapphire products, you can grab that on our online shop as well, tringshoerepairs.com, as we are an official Sapphire retailer. So remember to subscribe, hit that notifications bell if you want to be kept in the loop for whenever I upload a new video. And guys, regarding the burglary, thank you so much to those of you who have already reached out to me. Some of you are on my Instagram, asking if there's any way that you can help. It's so generous, and I haven't spoken about it for a long time before, but we do have a Patreon page. So guys, that is a way you can help. If you really want to help us get back on our feet, we'd really appreciate it. But that's it for me. I'm out of here. I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers. I did say I was going to show you the fish, didn't I? This is the main tank. These are African cichlids, or Malawi peacocks, and my little babies. Speaking of which, the babies, they might run away. There you go, little baby fish. Catch you next time, guys.